Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome to Sunday Night Countdown. And I'm going to go over the top 10 stocks that we are going to be looking out for this week and this month. And I wanted to go over an exact analysis on which indicators we are going to be looking out for on these breakouts and exactly which resistances we are going to be trying to break on each one of these. And again, I do appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me in the comment section. As always, much love to you guys. And if you guys have not subscribed, we do go out Monday through Friday on entries and breakouts. So definitely subscribe if you guys want to see more entries and breakouts. And again, I do appreciate everybody that does support the channel. I do appreciate you very much. God bless you guys. Now let's jump right into the first one here, TLRY. I wanted to go over TLRY specifically because towards the end of the day, you can see that we did start to sell off. And I did count this one out towards the end of the day because it did look like it was going to drop down below our 1590 stop loss. And I didn't want to play into this one quite yet, but I did go back to this one. I looked at this one after hours and we did see that it did actually make a little bit of a run after hours, and we could see a possible continuation. The reason I wanted to bring up this one in particular is because you can see here that the 20 MA started to curl above the 50 after hours, and I only want to have this one on watch to see if it does break over $17. TLRY, in my opinion, is very volatile. So far, it's not looking so good. Obviously, it's looking like it's selling off overall. But if we do break above this level, in my opinion, we could see a nice move up going into around $18. And in my opinion, if we do break above 18, we could see a retest around 1955. So TLRY, we will have this one on watch. We do see a lot of volume that did come in on Friday, and we could see a possible continuation if we can continue to get volume and break over $17. But again, TLRY only on watch, like I said. And if I was in this stock and I was going to have a stop loss, I probably would have a stop loss, like I said, below 1590. So again, TLRY definitely on the watch going into tomorrow. Also, TLRY did end the day with about 74 million volume, and on average, they have about 27 million. So they have a lot of volume. They could potentially break out. We're definitely going to have this one on watch. Now, the next one I want to go over is PLTR. We have been having this one on watch for quite a while. This is a short-term play that I'm going to be looking out for. They do have earnings coming in on Tuesday. So we are going to possibly see a run up going into tomorrow. We are going to see if this does break above our previous retest here around 1990. If we break above 1990, in my opinion, we could see a nice run up. But in my opinion, if you guys believe into PLTR's earnings play, then it would be a nice run up going into their earnings play and possibly selling before their earnings if you guys don't want to play the news and you only want to play the run up. But I do plan on playing PLTR's earnings on Tuesday. I'm not going to be loading up on this one. I'm only going to play the run up. And if it does run up, then I will be playing my profits in PLTR's earnings on Tuesday. But again, definitely be careful with earnings, especially right now. Earnings have been not exactly as profitable as people would like. So definitely be careful with earnings. But I am going to be playing PLTRs as I am one of the believers in PLTR's earnings going into this week. But again, this is not a recommendation. This is what I'll be doing. And again, like I said, I won't be loading up on PLTR. I will only be playing profits that I make running up on Monday into their earnings play. But again, I want to go over another earnings play that is coming in on at the end of the day on Monday. And TRCH, we have been watching this one for quite a while. TRCH is a penny stock, so definitely be careful. It's very volatile, but they do have earnings at the end of Monday. We did see it run up on Friday, and we could see a possible continuation. The reason why I say that is because you can see the 20 MA bouncing up here. You can see the candles right above it. It looks like it's going to come down, test that 20 MA on Monday, and possibly start to break out again. We could see a nice little 10 to 15% play before their earnings coming in on Monday, but definitely be careful. Make sure you have that 20 MA above the 50, because if you don't, then it will definitely sell off, and you want to be careful on that one. But again, TRCH, very volatile. Definitely be careful, like I said, but I plan on playing this one running into earnings, going into tomorrow after hours. But again, be careful. Like I said, make sure the market isn't completely selling off, because if it does, any of these plays will sell off with it. Now, another one I want to go over is KOS. They actually have earnings pre-market. I'm not planning on playing their earnings, but one thing I wanted to mention about them is that if they break a certain resistance, it was right back here. If they break this resistance here, at 13.20, in my opinion, going into earnings, we could see a breakout going into around $4. Now, I do see this happening because we have a very key resistance that we need to break here. And if it can break over 320, like I said, then we could see a nice run up. But we are definitely going to see if KOS has good earnings. Make sure the price does hold, because the earnings play for energy plays, a lot of times they're very volatile and they can continue on long enough where you can actually get into it for a nice scalp play. But definitely be careful if you don't scalp plays. This would be a quick day trade if we did see that run up. But again, we are going to definitely have this one on watch. MGI, is another one. MGI ended the day with 21 million volume on an average. They have about 3 million. So they have a ton of volume coming in. We have a huge resistance that we did get rejected at around 920. We are currently sitting at 804. We do see it bouncing off of the 20 MA here and the 20 MA starting to curl up here. So if this 20 MA can continue to curl up here on the 15-minute, we could see a nice continuation play on MGI. We are definitely going to have this one on watch to see if it does break new highs around 870. And like I said, they do have a resistance that they did get rejected at around 920. So in my opinion, if it does continue above 920, we could see that gap getting filled right here where we've previously sold off into around $10.90. So MGI will definitely on the watch because of how much volume they ended with. They ended with 21 million volume again, guys. And on average, they have about 3 million. So we are going to have MGI on watch. Now, another one I want to go over is FNKO. Now, FNKO, I want to see it hold over $25. This one has been extending. Again, this is another one that's only a continuation scout play if it does continue. If it does hold over $25, in my opinion, going into Monday, and it continues to run up and we can see volume coming in, then we could see a possible continuation. Now, we can see the MACD here. You can see that the buy pressure has been coming in quite a bit. And then we started to get sell pressure. You can see the EMAs crossing here, and it looks like it is coming down. But however, we do see white shaded lines. We could see a possible turnaround on FNKO for a nice day trade. But again, it's only going to be on the watch. It has been up quite a bit, like I said, so it would be a quick scout play. But the reason why I want to go over them is because they have about 5 times as much volume as they do have on average. So FNKO will be on watch for a nice continuation, possible play. When I wanted to go over a few of them that I'm going to have on watch over this week and this month, especially because not only scout plays, but these are actually possible breakout plays. And the reason I want to go over RHE is because they ended the day with about 54 million volume and on average they have about 24 million. And I agree, it definitely looks like it's bearish at this point, but we could see a bounce off the 50 MA here. You can see rejection to the downside multiple times. And we could see a rejection at this 50 MA and a bounce play. And again, I wouldn't be surprised. You can see it follows this pattern. It sells off, it consolidates, and it rips, sells off, consolidates, rips, and sells off and consolidates. And we're going to see if this does rip above 1998. And I will have an alert set at $20 because if it does break over $20, in my opinion, I'm definitely going to go back and see if this buy pressure is looking positive. And the reason why I say we may have a possible run up here is because we see a decrease in sell pressure here. We can see the white shaded lines looking like we're going to go bullish again to see how bullish we can possibly go. So we are going to definitely see if we can get the volume for this one and possibly have a nice run up. And in my opinion, my purchase would be if it broke over $23.75, as we did get rejected here multiple times. And in my opinion, based on the uptrend that we see and based on the consolidation breakouts we see, we may see a run up on RHE. Now, another one I want to go over is ATOS. A lot of people have been asking about ATOS. They saw it break out multiple times in the last few weeks, and then it sold off and it broke out, sold off. And a lot of people are wondering about A2S. And the reason why I like A2S is because we don't have many resistances that we need to break. You can see there's many back here. There's one key one at 286. But if we can break over this resistance, in my opinion, at 286, then we may see a continuation on ATOS. And the reason why I like ATOS and we need to keep them on the watch is because there's not a lot of plays that keep running. And ATOS happens to be one of those. And you can see we have been consolidating and we finally just broke new highs. So we may just see a huge run up. And also, they do on average have a ton of volume compared to unusual. They keep increasing in volume, I've noticed, every single day. And it looks like they did break their consolidated point here. And we may see a nice continuation based on all this consolidation that we see. You could even see the 20 MA pointing straight up, looking like it wants to make a nice run. So ATOS will definitely on the watch. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a nice run up going in on Monday. Now, again, UAVS, I wanted to go over it because we are going to be looking out for this one. They have earnings on the 14th. So far, it looks like we are consolidating. We even may see a sell-off, but I will have this one on watch for the next couple, for about the next week or so to see if this one does consolidate and possibly break out going into earnings for a nice scout play on UAVS. UAVS could break out during earnings. Don't get me wrong. They had an amazing earnings play last time, and we did play that one. But however, we are going to see if they do run up into earnings and see how bullish it really is. I do not plan on holding into earnings for UAVS, but I like UAVS as a company, and I wouldn't be surprised that their earnings did actually pretty well as they did last time. And I want to go over one specific last one that a lot of people, I think, are sleeping on. It's VVOS. A lot of people haven't been talking about this one, but they did test their previous bottom here. So we may see a continuation. We see the 20 MA starting to curl up here. It's not looking very good at this point, but you see a lot of buy volume towards the end of Friday. And we could see a nice continuation as the 20 EMA is curling up. It may just cross above the 50. They are involved with sleep apnea, and sleep apnea is very relevant in the COVID era, as COVID and sleep apnea don't go well together. A lot of times that people have sleep apnea should not have COVID. It's a high risk situation for anybody that has sleep apnea. So you definitely want to keep VVOS on the watch, in my opinion. This is my secret stock, if you want to call it that. It is definitely, it's had many runs that I've had with this stock, and I have been cashing it down here. As you can see, it rips right here, comes down to the same price and it rips. And I've been trading this one multiple times, and we are sitting around our previous lows here, and we could have its tight stop loss around 590 if you want, but I will be playing VVOS long. This is not a recommendation for any of these stocks. Like I said, this is only what I'll be doing. But again, I do appreciate all the support you guys have been showing me in the comment section as always. God bless you guys. And if you guys do have a watch list tickers, questions, throw it in the comment section. If you guys do comment in the comment section, I send my personal scalp list. I have another watch list that I'm going to send to everybody in the comment section. So definitely comment in there if you guys want to see that. And I will be replying to all your comments in there with that watch list. But again, much love to everybody. As always, if you guys do like this video, it does help other people find it, and it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.